Hello everyone, it is Helix here, and today I'm bringing you another video of lore, breakdowns, and game analysis stuff, yada yada yada. Obviously, with the Mimic being my prime subject of content, today's video is only going to be focusing on Book 3 entirely. Now I know what y'all might say,
Helix, Book 3 isn't even out yet. What could you possibly know?
Helix, not much lore has even been revealed yet.
I totally hear your telepathic words, and I know. But I'm not talking about things that are already out there in the open and stuff. I'm talking about what could possibly be in the future. Now, I'm sure you've probably seen hundreds of others doing this type of video, but I want to just tell my own thoughts and just talk about what I think about Book 3 so far and what could possibly be ahead for us fans in the community. Now, before we begin, I want to say this. Some topics and stuff I'm going to talk about are either untrue or possibly not canon in the game yet, so no hate or anything, as some of these things are not true and such. Without further ado, let us begin. So what I first want to talk about is a simple thing, and that is how the story of Book 3 could possibly play out. Here is what we know so far about Book 3 from the trailer by CT Studios. Our main character is a female, however we don't know her name, which I think will be revealed either from CT Studios themselves, or we'll discover it when Rage Chapter 1 releases. Our main character is not alone, as they have partners named Mika and Hideo. Judging by their clothing and their weapons, it looks like we are part of a group of mercenaries, or it's only us three and we are just some vigilantes of some kind. Looking at the different locations we've seen from the trailer and from previous sneak peeks, I think we could either be on a mission, or they could be doing their own investigation of some kind surrounding the yokai. However, in the cutscene where the main character finds the cave entrance from the lobby that leads to the underground seal Torii Gate, it's pretty clear that already that the Torii Gate places the cave, which is Rage's cave. That is weakening, you know? Considering the ending shot of Book 3 trailer is literally Rage in that place. I'm going to say and assume that our main character and our partners do not know about Rage, and I believe our main character is going to end up finding that cave with Rage's cage at the end of Chapter 1, like how Isamu found Jealousy at the end of Jealousy Chapter 1. That's all my thoughts for now of Chapter 1 of Rage, but it could really be anyone's guess as to how the rest of Chapters 2 to 4 could play out. But there are some theories I have for what exactly could happen to our characters. Number 1. Mika and Hideo could end up dying literally in the first chapter, and our main character will end up doing the rest of Book 3 alone. Number 2. Only Mika or Hideo will end up dying, and we'll have to travel onward with the other character for the rest of the chapter. Or number 3. Neither of them will die in Chapter 1, but there could still be a chance that they could die in a future chapter, or maybe not at all. But now I want to try and give a good guess of exactly how the first chapter will play in location order. Here's the order I think we'll go in. The first place, the tunnel from the cutscene and into the forest. Second place, it transitions into the vault looking area. Third place, it then transitions to a town map from the sneak peeks. The fourth place, the transition to the school map from the town. The fifth place, it then leads us back into the city map where we're having a chase sequence from the trailer. And the sixth place, the final area is the forest where our main character finds the cave with Rage's cage, and then she goes down and the chapter ends there. Now, the entire order I listed about Rage Chapter 1 is, of course, most likely not true. That was only entirely a guess. It was an entire guess. But now something else that was on my mind while I was making this video, and that was connection with the main character with Kusunoki. You know, how our main character could possibly connect with Kusunoki Masaji. Because every book main character so far has a connection with him in some way. Yasu's connection with Kusunoki being his great-grandfather, Isamu is a part of the clan with the White Flame, as well as the samurai who was a brother-in-arms with Kusunoki. So it will be interesting of how our female main character will have a connection with Kusunoki in this book. Now, with this timeline with connections to Kusunoki, here is a thought or theory I had for some time, ever since I heard that Book 3 main character was going to be female. Long ago, the Witch Trials revamp was announced where the whole game mode, including the lore, was getting reworked. But lore writers and developers have pretty much confirmed that Kiko is who we play as in the Witch Trials, and then they debunked the character Juno was as a character, was an older cousin to Yasu. Which brings me back to my thought and theory. I believe that Juno will be the main character for book 3. Now I know that might be a big stretch and all, but while the whole witch trials talk was going on, they did say that Juno was being saved for later and was apparently getting some kind of return in the game, so I think that this will be the return of the Juno character by starring as the main character in book 3. But like this whole video, it's just a big giant theory that I thought of. Now I wish to talk about the yokai that are going to be in book 3. From what the trailer revealed, the yokai are very cool looking and definitely scary indeed, especially that schoolgirl spider thing. Ugh. Anywho, the yokai designs are great, but I'd like to talk about something else with them. Mukdich, the main owner of the Mimic, mentioned that the yokai for book 3 will have new abilities / traits, meaning that every yokai will have some kind of specific mechanic that either correlates to the area that they're in, or that correlates to their design. Like how the skeleton spider or centipede thing crawls in the ceiling. That's the only thing I've really seen so far. Comment down below if there's any other things I missed. Now, something that I guess can count as a trait or ability to us, the player, that I think is cool is that we get a gun for a possible self-defense mechanic. We can see it being used in the trailer as the player is shooting the skeleton yokai, so it seems that the gun is going to be a very important mechanic, such as slowing the yokai down when it's chasing you, or it could be a sequence where the objective is to kill the yokai and we use our gun to kill it. Going back to the yokai designs, I did a quick research to see if any of the yokai in book 3 are either inspired or are completely self-created by CT Studios, and I first did a search on the schoolgirl monster and I found some pretty good matches. The first match was the Necropede from the game The Classrooms. Here is a picture of the creature and the schoolgirl monster from side to side. The designs don't look much alike, but the abilities and traits could be similar, such as the Necropede's ability to smell and charge at the player. My research also told me that the Necropede was blind and it relied on smell and sound to detect the player. And just like with the schoolgirl monster, it seems that she is also blind as well, seeing that her face opens up to reveal a giant mouth. So this monster probably will rely on smell and sound, which could be one of the traits or special abilities of this yokai. The second match. It closely resembles the urban legend Jirogumo. Her look from the actual art shows that she is part human and part spider, much like Saigamo from book 1, only a little different. Can't see much about behavior, but only the design and looks of the legend that closely resemble the schoolgirl yokai, which would make a bigger comparison if the schoolgirl can walk on walls and ceilings. That was the only monster that I could find that has some similarities to real Japanese urban legends or inspired creatures. But the creature in the vault place that looks mutated and shit, yeah, this thing here. The only thing I could really say this reminds me of is Resident Evil, as it really looks like a tyrant that would fit really well in the game. And with the main character being a mercenary or a vigilante that uses a pistol for self-defense in the game, it can really give you the Resident Evil vibe. And now I wish to finish this off with some last minute thoughts about book 3 and even the whole Mimic game as a whole. For book 3, I believe that CT Studios is really cooking with this book, as not only does the detail look super neat, but it also is living up to the eerie and scary vibe that Muck said that they were going for. I'm really excited for the release that is around April or May, but I'm just going to say this now. This chapter is most likely going to be released in late May, and of course on a weekend, as most updates with new chapters have been on the weekends. I say this because we only have the first trailer for the book, and Muck himself did tell us that there wasn't an exact release date for the chapter, and we also didn't get a confirmed date from the trailer. Only 2 possible months for its release, so CT Studios probably still has a lot to work on. Now as for the Witch Trials revamp, I'm not entirely sure what exactly is going to happen with that, with the development of book 3. The devs did say that the Witch Trials revamp was going to be a focus after book 2 is finished, so I'm not sure if they're going to work on this after book 3 releases, or if a separate team is working on it right now. I'm not too sure. We just know that it's coming and we'll get our revamp soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all for this video. This took quite some time to put together, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Remember, like I said at the beginning of the video, some and probably most of the theories I made and told in this vid are not true or on canon. So if I get something wrong or anything, well, it's only a theory and it's not destined to be correct. Thank you all so much for watching. CT Studios, don't know if they'll see this, but if they do, keep up the great work, and I will see you guys again in the next video on the schedule. See you next time, and peace out.